What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of For the King. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and continue to try and do better this time around, which is tough, man. It's a hard game. This is a game that does not pull punches with you. My successful runs in this game are super successful, and my failed runs are just like catastrophes. Nothing in between. Chaos Leader Camp. It's time to get up in here and do this thing. Hopefully we don't get stabbed too much. But we've got really good armor right now, so chances are this shouldn't be too bad. We're going to start out by getting rid of the guy with the torch, because torches have a special ability called Inflame, and it's really good. Like that right there. Every turn, I now take like 3 damage no matter what. That's kind of crazy, because later on in the game, one of the reasons I came around on the Scholar gets an ability with one of his weapons that puts 8 fire damage on all enemies on the map. And so long as it deals 1 damage, it has a chance to inflame them. And if you've got enemies inflamed, it doesn't matter if you're missing every single turn because they're burning up. Like every 4 seconds, they're taking 3 damage. And so anyways, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff that I actually very much enjoyed. And that's one of the reasons why I had a full like change of heart about the Scholar. That was the thing that did it. Please don't miss. Justice. What does Justice do? Oh, shit. It gives him splash damage, so he by default gets the ability that the blacksmith gets from their starting weapon. Not bad. He also has a thing called Pin Down. It's a pretty good ability. It slows them down so that you can get 2 turns with every one. It's a situational thing. I tend to use it on very slow enemies so that they get even less turns. Ooh, nice. And that was almost a TPK for the enemy. That was a good one. And so we streamed through that. We streamed through that hard. Normally that fight's a lot worse. We got a level up right there, which means he gets all of his health back, which is great. Collect a key, collect a book of lore. We've got a traveler's hat, which we can now equip on him, which is going to give him more evasion and more awareness and make him even better at his job. It's unfortunate that the dungeon is that far away, but it's not that bad because with the dungeon you can attempt it with your full party no matter where everybody's at. And so it can be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm going to move him to right there. Just get him a little bit ahead of everybody else. And we've got a little bit of traveling to do right now. Little bit of traveling to do. With 5 move, I think he can get to the wolf, which puts us in combat, which is great. Because you want to fight as much as possible. Like I said, we want to fight all day long. You just want to be running through the hills just like, and the best, I'm right here, and they're gonna have a bring me down, and the best, like, you just want to be running around singing to yourself, having your montage music, fighting everything that gets in your way. That's the reason why I was always behind the XP curve. I brought that up in the previous episodes where I said I felt like I always was behind the XP curve and I just couldn't catch up. I'm going to have him just use that right now so that we don't have to rest. Oh, I should have had him stop right there and drop off the gear. That was a mistake. We have a Bone Trickster over here. Bone Trickster is ready. Trying to decide how much time I have left to get this done. I will bring him out to here. There's a stone circle. I'm going to have him use all of his focus to get a free max focus. Because focus is pretty good. And it just kind of, it gives your character added options. I like added options. Added options give me fault tolerance. They give me the ability to like offset the fact that something shitty happened. We gotta have him go this way. Hopefully there's no ambushes or anything. Still haven't had him drop off the gear with this character, unfortunately. On this side, what I'd like to do now is we're gonna drop a camp. He's gonna rest to get some of his focus back. Everybody else is going to get here too. So they're going to be doing the exact same thing. If their health is not full, this was probably a waste of resources, a waste of an expensive item. But at the same time, probably not altogether ill-advised. So hold on. What I want you to do is pass the leather vest to him so that he has it. And then just rest your XP on back up. They should be able to hit level 2 in the dungeon without too much concern. We're also going to fight this timber wolf over here just to keep things moving forward. Ooh, nice. He blocked it. That guy's got strong elbows. He's been going to Muay Thai. And that fight was over just as fast as it started. That wolf got rocked. I love how little bones and like blood fly out when you kill stuff. I don't know why that makes me happy, but for some reason, just the display of me defeating enemies brings me joy. I'm going to have him meditate since he can't get inside of there anyways. What's up with that spot right there? A good fishing spot. Maybe you have to have the boat in order to make that work. All right, well, Glittering Mines, they're level 2. We have one character who is considerably far behind everybody else. He'll level up about 2 fights into the dungeon. He'll level up about 3 to 4 fights into the dungeon. Let's give it a go. If you enter alone, it's a little bit different of a mechanic for people that wanted to ask about what entering alone does. Entering the dungeon alone makes it so that one character goes in, you get easier fights, but every other turn they fight one of those fights or one of those events. And I think it allows you to clear the dungeon with one person at a slower rate, albeit safer, in exchange for not getting your ass kicked, basically. Because the dungeon is tough. The dungeon is very tough. I'm not completely sure we're ready for this yet, but we're going to give it a go. Knife is out. Our armor is good. It's just our resistances are really, really bad. Let's start out on the Bone Trickster. I want him to go first because he has the ability to freeze my party and do all kinds of rowdy shit that I don't feel like dealing with. As far as Echo Blast goes, we're going to drop it on him. He's going to use Focus to do that so that it gets the splash. There it is. Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to try and freeze us, and if we get frozen, this fight's going to take forever, so we probably don't want to build a snowman out here. He's knocked out, so he's out of the way. Fight's going pretty well so far. We're in line to do well. We didn't soak a lot of damage, which is always what you have to worry about. You want to stay away from damage as much as possible. I know that sounds obvious in a D&D-like game, but actually in this game, damage just has the ability to kind of stack up over time, and it's not something you want to deal with. Like, you just really don't want to deal with damage accumulating. We've got very good armor right now, though. We've got mid-game armor in the early game, which means I'm hoping we should be able to just... Oh, I'm good. I was hoping one of those would drop. We also got a vision scroll. Okay, that's probably vendor fodder, but I'm happy with that first fight. I'll accept it. If anybody's got lower health, they're going to want to attempt this one right here. I'll give it to Dupree since he's not going to level for a while. And there it is. He got himself a full heal. Very, very nice. Back up to the top. This run looks like it's going well, but I don't want to jinx it. Don't want to jinx it. We're going to have to bash the door. So there it is. We bashed the door. No problem. And then we're going into another fight. Although so far the dungeon has been kind to us. The dungeon has been very kind so far. In addition, our gear is allowing us a ton of fault tolerance right now. Like, they can't hit us that hard. Like, that was a really solid hit right there for a party that was under geared, and it only did 3 damage. That's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. Echo Blast these dudes. Get them out of my face. Perfect. With a perfect hit right there. Very, very nice. Hopefully he gets justice. Ah, he didn't get justice. I was hoping he'd get justice and one-shot both of them. Called shot out. That might be... I was gonna say he might block that one. I don't know. With Scale Mail on 1 damage. With 1 damage. Scale Mail, why are you so OP right now? Why are you so OP in the early... I'm not complaining at all. I'm just glad we have a good run going right now. Because I was worried I was going to do a second run of the game, and then I was going to have hella bad luck and just be like, ah, shitballs. He's got a kettle helm, he's got an old leather helm, and he's got that. That's actually not going to help us out that much. Not going to help us out that much. Technically, he could lose an armor and gain a resistance, but... Oh, we got an increase to XP gain. Yeah, use that on him real fast. And then we got lockpicks. Very nice. Lockpicks allow you to get through a door or a locked chest without making the test. And so they're kind of nice to have around. Ah, here's the tough fight. Okay, we got this. We want to start on the casters. Always start on casters if they have no armor. You've just got to get rid of them. You have to. Since we're about to leave the dungeon anyways, I'm going to do an Echo Blast just to get splash damage on everybody. Get them started off. He's going to try and freeze my mage, but my mage is going to stay out of the way, which sounds good. 3 damage out right there on a perfect hit. The jelly cube is a problem. I don't really like the fact that the jelly cube's there, but... Ooh, justice. For great justice! Nice. Very, very nice. We, in general, don't want the jelly cube to take its turn because it hurts, and it makes bad things happen. Yeah, the jelly cube can, like, poison your entire party in one attack, which is bad. It's a low proc chance. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, you're just like, oh my god! And your hands cover your face, and you're just like, why? Why, Dungeon Jesus, why? Or Dungeon Buddha, or whoever. Whoever's in charge of this particular expedition. I don't know who's been given jurisdiction, alright? I'm in here like Benny from The Mummy. I got like every talisman from every religion on me right now, because I don't know who's on my team at the moment. +1 armor right there. I'm going to give that to Dupree. So he's now got some fuzzy boots on. Got them apple-bottom jeans with the boots, with the fuzz. Gave him boots because I want him in my trust. We're going to exit the dungeon. We're going to rest. We are. Just to keep things moving forward. We are over time right now, though. So something else to keep in mind. When I pitch the camp, it's going to be... Is that actually... Yeah, it is. I think we're in range of him because it's 2 hexes. We could technically fight the bandits before we rest and just kind of see what happens. Let's do it. Oh no. Shit. Well, that sucks. There's also a Warbear champion down here. I'm gonna pitch a tent right there. And we've got a lot of enchanters this run, by the way. We've gotten a lot of enchanters. Like enchanters everywhere. And not a single one of them benevolent. Let's go fight him. I've never actually fought this fight before, so anything could happen right here. We'll see how this goes. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it is. That might be a dodge. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Oh. Okay. Well, the 14 damage hit off at the beginning right there. I think I know who you want me to kill right now, so let's go ahead and take care of that. I was going to say, that might be a block, depending if the damage exceeds his armor value. Wasn't super sure, though. I don't think he doesn't look like he hits that hard by comparison to everybody else. And since we have a healing coming right after this fight, I don't care. Maybe we'll get some good... He might drop that spear. The enemies actually drop the equipment they have on them a lot of the time. A Traveler's Tunic. Gives 1 armor, 1 resistance, 5 evasion, 2 awareness. Pretty good item for Forte, but he's rocking scale mail right now. So that puts him at 3, 4. Oh, shit, I put that on the wrong person. I'm about to shift some gear around. I'm not going to need to replenish focus, so I'm going to save that for later in the interest of keeping kind of a diverse set of itemization. Not a lot of crazy shit happening right now for him, so technically I'm going to have him run around up here just in case he triggers like an event, basically. He got an energy boost. Do you have any items on you that you wanted to hand off to anybody else? No. Got some gold. We've actually got a decent amount of cash right now, but not enough for the next phase, unfortunately. Yeah, just end your turn right there. You got full health and full focus, so that's not really going to do much for you. Alright, so chaos has increased. It's not that bad, though. We're only on, like, the first chaos pip, so don't stress. I gave that to the wrong person. I didn't want him to have that. So if I put that on him... I actually think that plate mail on mages and shit is actually a pretty good choice in this game. It's not a terrible idea. And then I wanted him to... The Traveler's Tunic, give it to him because I wanted to see how that adjusted his stats. And because he refocused, that actually gave him... Normally you only get 2 of your focus back when you rest. Worked out pretty well for him. I wanted to see how this would adjust his stats. His armor is obviously going to drop by 3, so he's going to be 4, 3, 35. 4, 3, 35. But that allows him to pass off the splint mail to our warrior, so that our warrior just like degaps the whole time. 35% dodge is pretty good. I'm going to give it to him for right now, because we're adjacent. And then, I don't know, maybe have him run around for a minute. Just kind of like see what we can find out. What is that? A field of herbs. Yeah, go for it. Might as well. We got a free item in the herbs, so we got focus. Yay. We also got some dancing nettle, which increases our attack speed, which can be really, really nice. And then he also got an energy boost. Look at this guy just being the belle of the ball. Alright, so chaos is up at 2. Crazy shit is going to start happening really, really soon, so we probably want to get back on this adventure. You know, let's just jump back into the dungeon. We're running out of time. So we'll enter as a party, and hopefully we'll get this mashed out before the map escalates any further. We have a treasure chest over here. We can choose if we want to use a... Yeah, go ahead and open it. Hopefully it's not a mimic. Sometimes it's a mimic. I hate to be a spoiler alert, but sometimes it's a mimic, and that shit sucks. Give him the healing item, plus 3 fortitude. Not bad at all. Give that to him. We've got a Rogue's Brew, which gives a permanent increase to evasion. That is automatically going on to our dodgy character, because if we can get him up to 60 or 70% dodge, there's a minecart trap right here. We don't have anybody who's good at this. I'm going to use his focus, because his focus seems less useful. Actually, no, his focus will not be... His focus would be the least useful right now. So we'll have him disarm it, because that damage amount right there is just way too much. We're not going to be able to soak it properly. We have a dungeon vendor. Cool. Let's have a look. I mean, we've got items. We've got stuff to sell. We might as well. I'm going to sell the carnival ticket, because I've never even seen the carnival in like 10 playthroughs. Haven't even seen the carnival, so I would rather have the 5 gold, in all fairness. Wooden buckler, hermit grass. We got the old leather helm. We can get rid of that. Vision scroll. I don't really care about either. Probably not going to use the wooden buckler. I held on to it just in case. Can he have the buckler? He cannot have the buckler. So give him the book. And then we'll sell the buckler too. So he's got a little bit more cash. What do you have going on though? You have the scholar's wraps. They give you 2 resistance, 1 fortitude, but you lose toughness. I kind of like what he already has on better. I mean, he's in a good spot right now. It actually, this place is expensive, and it doesn't look like there's that many things that I want. Like 40 for a God's Beard? That's pretty expensive. If nothing else, this is a decent opportunity, though, for me to... Oh, my God. Equip that splint mail, sir. Why do you not have splint mail on right now? You need to get that splint mail. Leather vest we're not going to use, so I'm just going to sell it. I bought it, and I wasted money, and that's that. I, unfortunately, didn't think that one through very well. Does everybody have a healing item? Everybody has a healing item, so I don't need anything from here. Let's just keep moving. Sometimes he has really, really cool, like, good stuff that you can't get from anywhere else. That's the only reason why I stopped and I looked. We can attempt to bash it, or we can just unlock it with one of our lockpicks. I'm going to unlock it with the lockpicks because I want to go into the boss fight with full health. And here is the boss fight. Now, the way that I run this... This fight is a little nasty. This fight's a little nasty. The way that I would run it is I would focus on the Chaos Priestess and just get snap damage in off the smaller soldiers whenever you can, especially since we're a physically focused group. I will have my mage attacking side characters and whatnot, but for right now, my suggestion would just be to get her down as fast as possible, because she AoEs like every single turn, and it's just, you don't want to soak that. You really, really, really don't want to soak that. I have Area Blast, 6 splash damage, ignores resistance. I could get 9 off right there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go for a full splash hit right there, just to start these guys on the sides off since they're weak to magic. And I don't see a whole lot of ways we're going to lose this fight. Like, I'm trying not to jinx myself right now. It seems very unlikely to me. Ooh, with that crit though. Very nice. It seems unlikely to me that we're going to... I've learned some things about this game. As you can tell, I'm playing very differently this time around. Because I just started... I got stuck on the Glittering Caves for probably about 4 or 5 playthroughs. And it was like, I got to change my tactics up. If I don't change my tactics up, I'm never going to beat this shit. And so I did. I moved my tactics around a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of splash damage right there, too. But she can soak 6 damage because she has 6 armor. He's immune to stun, so that's never going to work. That was actually a pretty shitty gamble on the part of the AI. Now let's finish this thing. There it is. So the priestess is down, and the rest of this should just be cleanup. I'm going to do snipe shot since it gets through armor. There it is. So he takes the full 10. On this side, on a good roll, we might have been able to finish him off on a crit, but nope. No such luck. Oh, very nice dodge, though. That dodge came through in a timely fashion. Oh, I should have done armor. Sorry, I forgot to do armor break. It doesn't matter. We had an extra turn after that. What kind of loot we got? Let's see what we got. What kind of loot did we get? That's all that I care about. We got 2 books of lore. Very nice. An apprentice's robe. This is like top tier awesome for a mage. So we definitely want him to have that. I'm pretty sure that's the cloak from Fable. Like, it's one of the starting cloaks, but maybe that's not the reference they're trying to make. Armor went down by 1, but look at this guy's resistance right now. Look at his resistance. It's nothing that we can't offset with a good pair of shoes and a good helmet. Another short bow. Not going to matter much. So the first loot roll was really, really good. Second loot roll, not so much. Second loot roll, not so much. We need somebody with trickery in here. I'm just going to use focus to burn it real fast because we can do that, and down it goes. And with that, the Chaos Generator is defeated. Kaboom! What the devil? Whatever you did down there has dispelled a massive illusion over the sea. That tower can only be Hirazuel, the gateway to the Sanctum of Chaos. I thought it was just a myth. You have revealed my tower, but you know not how to reach it or what it portends. Villain, surrender yourself and end this madness, lest you tempt my wrath. That voice... It's the king. I bet it's the king. The king was corrupted. Dude, Parid is so far away. So we have 25 rounds until chaos erupts. We got to talk to Drea up there. Dude, that's so far away, though. That's, like, really far away. And me without my teleport scrolls. My goal right now... Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's not that far. I say we go up north through Orton. Never mind. That's not that far. I thought it was farther than it actually was. Yeah, let's just get moving. What is that, a gambling game right there? A drinking contest. Oh, well, Dupree's got this. Yeah, Dupree's got crazy toughness, so enjoy your free gold, son. 85 gold sitting on that character right now. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get all this moving. We're down to 24 rounds now. Does anybody have, like, an identify scroll? Ugh. Bad luck, Chuck. Loses the rest of his turn, so that's that. You can't actually escape from that encounter. Like, you have to take it if it actually procs. So, if you're wondering why I'm not walking away, because you can't. There's a statue down there that I'm kind of curious about. Let's go back to Woodsmoke for right now. There are no quests available in this town. However, in the town market, they might have something nice. +1 resistance, +1 armor. What are you wearing on your feet right now? Nothing? Well, guess what? You now have 6 armor. Good for you. There's a scholar's cap that would give me some resistance and some max focus. I don't know if I'm into that right now, though. What's he got as his trinket? Like nothing. I actually think we should save money for a portal scroll to get up to Parid faster. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's only really going to get worse from here. The game gets really, really hard from this point forward, to where it just feels like it's an uphill battle, just like Fated for Doom, you know what I mean? Fancy Rough is tempting just because it's really, really good. Oh, he's got Splint Mail on him, too. I may just swap the Splint Mail onto him and just say YOLO. I mean, he is getting a bonus to his stats right now from what he's got on, but the Splint Mail would take his armor up to like 8. Which is so good. And then we could just offset it by putting like a resistance cap on him or like some resistance shoes. Keep things nice and clean. I would take the teleport scroll now and have him teleport up to... Oh, I could buy 2. He's got 32 gold. He could teleport there and teleport back. I'm going to do it because I like to live on the edge like that. Probably a waste of money, but... seems fine to me. Let's teleport this dude up to Parid. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, we've got 2 teleport scrolls then, which should work out fine. There's the stone hero up there, too. It'd be cool if you could use the teleport scrolls to teleport somebody else. Just a suggestion. Like, you could also pick a target and teleport them around on your turn. Just a way for your party to interact with one another. And if you wanted to make it balanced, maybe make it so you could only teleport somebody adjacent to you or sharing a square with you. Although, in that case, why wouldn't you just hand the scroll to them? So maybe not. Maybe not. Just end your turn. Oh. I don't want to use this anymore. Yeah, just end your turn. I thought I bugged the game for a second, but nope. It was just I still had the... Yeah, he's got to skip his turn like a dunce. Oh, it's a nice day. Good. It's going to be a good day. And all my homies going to ride today. And ain't nobody going to die today. All we want to do is get by today. Hey. Services... Don't think he needs any services. This market is probably going to be underwhelming for whatever he's trying to do. So, it's tough for me to recommend he do, like, anything over here, really. There's not anything for him to do. You could buy some cheap Godsbeard, maybe, so that he has, like, some extra healing items. But Godsbeard is not that good as you get further into the game. It doesn't heal enough to be good, so maybe not. He could get a one-handed breakable torch that does the same damage, almost, that his woodcutter's axe does, and has a chance to set people on fire, which is pretty awesome, but then there's always that off chance that it'll break on you. Yeah, sure. I really like Inflame. I think Inflame is a fantastic ability. I really do like it. Let's get you moving. We gotta start making our way towards that other quest up there, and if we don't, it's just a mess. I need you to be over here with him, so that he can hand off items to you before too long. Although he does need healing. Maybe, does he get a full heal from the shrine up here? Full focus from the shrine. I was hoping that maybe he'd be able to focus up, but I'm going to end his turn and let him get some free HP back. I would also suggest they think about, just an observation, the heal that you get for your action points left over doesn't stack very well as you level up. I would suggest that in order to make it scale, that you heal for your level times the AP you have left over, maybe. I mean, that seems like it would be a little bit gratuitous scaling in the other direction, though. So, you know, I'm not a game developer. I'm sure they can figure it out. Ah, so close. So close. The embedded blade, though. Couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it. We weren't strong enough. We tried. We tried our best. We're out of time for the day. This is For the King. I hope you like it. My name is Splattercat. I hope you like me. No, I don't really care if you like me. I find that in life, wishing for people to like you all the time is a surefire way to make sure that they don't like you. Like, some of the most unlikable people I've ever met are people that are constantly concerned whether or not people like them. So don't worry about it. But either way, I hope you had fun today. I'll see y'all later. Hi to everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.